So I can't imagine the pictures other people have. These are the ones I have of myself. So I'm a little scared to find out the images other people have of me. But this is how everybody saw me. This is how all my friends saw me. That's how I saw myself. That was the guy I knew 7 years ago when I finished business school.
Luke was always sort of, he's a great student. He was great in business. He liked to have fun. He still does, but he liked to have fun. So I would see him at tailgaters, on the side of Marshall, and he was having fun. I have some of my own pictures that I didn't bring, but I was like, I got some pictures of Luke at the national championship game with Texas. You hugged me, told me he loved me, all the stuff that some of you are doing at the moment, on Saturdays. But so he had his fun, and he sort of lived that life. What what changed, and how do you go from the guy we just saw getting it going on the dance floor, the drunk guy, to this guy? Go ahead, hit the next pictures.
Man. The last picture you saw was the Vegas Marathon. And I'll talk a little bit about that. That was one of the things that was one of my transitional points in terms of this Ironman. And if you could see on that on the screen, it said 3 hours and 26 minutes. And that was we'll get to talking about what that meant to me in terms of my thing. But when the question is the transition. How did I get from one point to the next? And I was always a guy that loved challenges. And so if I found a challenge that appealed to me, I would go for it. But this is the first time when I started with triathlons that I started going from a guy who had high aspirations and really wanted to do stuff to a guy who's actually doing stuff. And so this was the transition that kind of from the chubby drunk guy having fun everywhere to someone who was actually expanding my mind of what I could do and actually doing stuff instead of just aspiring to do it. So I had a friend that went to SC that in business school who, after I graduated, I was on the job search and unemployed. I had plenty of free time. So I started, she said, hey, there's a triathlon coming up. And I said, what's a triathlon? And we had this whole conversation about it's a Malibu triathlon. The swim is less than a half a mile. It's a 26-mile bike ride and 4-mile run. You can totally do this. I said, no, I can't. And at the time, that Malibu triathlon was as unattainable as the Ironman triathlon was for me not a year, 11, 12, 13 months ago. But she convinced me to do it. So I really started swimming. And living at the beach and being afraid of the ocean kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. And I live in Hermosa, 3 blocks from the beach, and so learning to swim was kind of this was my way of forcing myself to get over my fear of the ocean and get over my fear of the waves and the swimming. So as we went through that, I got done with this marathon. This triathlon. It took 2 hours, and I thought, I am so exhausted. That was so difficult, but I did it. It feels kind of good. I kind of like that feeling of accomplishment.